Welcome back, everyone, to Mage Rage for March of 2021. We are here in episode number 3, where we have found everything except for a Heart of the Sea. And unfortunately, with the Heart of the Sea, is not going to be the easiest item to find. So I just have to hope that somehow I do find it. First thing, though, I have to find the sea again, which I think is this way. Yes, I have found the sea. Now, last time I was heading in the southward direction from here and didn't find anything much. So I thought maybe I'd head in a northward direction this time to cover that possibility and see. Oh, try to see how much area I can cover quickly. Because I want to find a ship, because a ship is going to be where I am going to find a map, and I need a map in order to find the final treasure chest, and the final treasure chest is, of course, is where you find the Heart of the Sea. And I can only hope that there are some of these things around here, because if not, we could have a bit of a problem. I would rather at least to find the ship by nightfall, because I'm not really all that keen about doing treasure hunting at night. This does not look promising at all. Nope, it is not. Broken promise. Let's continue along this way. Now this looks like around the area where I might have had that first death where I went in. So that's telling me I might not find much there. I just want to avoid those lily pads, because last time I was running into lily pads, running into lily pads, running into lily pads. Really? An Enderman just popping on top of a lily pad? Oh boy. And I'm not too keen on doing the search near swamps, simply because, well, partly swamps, but also in, oh, that might be a ship right there. In coral reefs are the other places where I'm not keen on doing this. Is that a coral reef, or is that a ship? That is neither. Mm, yeah, because the corals give you these little structures that are jutting up, and I say, is it a ship? Is it a ship? Nope. Nope. I did need the coral at one point, but I already have that particular item. Hmm. See if once I get, I guess I should maybe just. Looks like I somehow got turned around to the south direction. How about that? I guess maybe there isn't much on the north side. All right, but this time when I go to the south, no, that's not good. Oh, a pufferfish. Ah. All right, fine. Let us just head out this way, and we'll head south. I don't know how far I should go, but let's see. Maybe about. Oh, actually, I've gone about as far south as I would. I am at the southern edge of where I would expect to go. What happens if I go due north? I run into more hazards. That's what I run into. Now, the question is there another sea on the other side? I haven't seen a single ship in this particular run. At least I could get a good view of the water here. Still very hard to tell if there's a ship in here with all these pieces of coral jutting up. Now, usually I find them reasonably close to land, probably because a lot of shipwrecks. Now, it could just be because that's where I usually am. I have seen deep ocean shipwrecks before. Right now, that is, I'm pretty sure that's coral. 420. This is close to where it was before. Swamp thing. I don't like the swamp. Stop slowing me down. Am I going to have to randomly search in the open ocean? That just sounds like an unlikely thing that I would have to do. But I seem to manage to have hit every single... No. Every single lily pad on the map by the time I'm over with this. This is the hunt for lily pads. If Ed were asking us to collect 100 lily pads, I think I'd have no trouble in doing it. Yes, I know the max of any item he's ever going to ask for is 64. But the way things are going right now, I think a little hyperbole would be justified. Yeah, this thing seems to always be turning me south, no matter what I do. Alright. Well, let's see how I'm doing on the east side. 20, 26. Yeah, I'm already way east of where I want to be. So I feel like in the usual area where I would expect stuff to be on one of Ed's maps, I'm not finding anything. And we just have this vast coral sea now. It could be that we have a light along the way or something like that, at least if it's night, but we also have drowned. And the drowned make things very, very uncomfortable, and unfortunately it is getting very uncomfortably close to nighttime. And now that looks like that's a portal, strangely enough. I would think, let's see, a shipwreck. None of them. None. We have drowned. Okay, we've got drowned. We've got no ships. We've got fish. I just can't find anything whatsoever. Just a ship. If I do see a ship, because it's getting so late, I'm going to have to take its coordinates because there is absolutely no way that I expect to be able to survive all throughout the night in drown-infested waters. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see any ships that pop up anytime soon because the sun has set and the night has come and the fish play and the drown wake. And I'm sure that somehow Batty is going to find a shipwreck in no time. And he just has a talent for that. Well, here's some land, a swamp. If you could call swamp land, I mean, that's a bit of a stretch to call it that. But maybe, just maybe, I could. Oh, another coral reef. But nothing that in any way resembles a ship. I found nothing in all of that sea. So let's see if I can find anything by starting west. So I'm back at the center point and starting around west, right? And maybe I could run into something down in this direction. I have a feeling it's not going to happen because I wound up in all sorts of weird places when I was west in the water. Somehow the water turned me way west of where I wanted to be. But let's see. I'm just thinking, can I find another watery area? Because I was searching that entire area there, and I could not find a single place that had a shipwreck. I don't think I've run into a place that was so void of shipwrecks. So I'm going to have to then follow along on the water here. It actually is a possibility. Now this looks like a lake rather than a sea. So I'm not expecting there to be any shipwrecks here. And let's head on in there. Let's see, 3,400. I want to go up to about 3,600. See if I, yeah, because this is all land around here. Because when I go east, I just can't, I can find the water, but I just can't find anything that looks like a shipwreck. Well, I see a couple of false positives. This isn't going to take me anywhere. Now, what about south? And nothing seems to be likely to the south either. So that means that there's only one decent sea, and that's the one that I pretty much checked all around because, yeah, the desert is certainly not going to be going to help me all that much, right? Yeah, this is, well, let's see, we've got a savanna coming up. Could that eventually lead into a watery area? I'm not betting on that. Yeah, this is just not promising at all. And I'll just look up here and see what I can see. Well, the one thing I can't see is the sea. Yeah, 20. Yeah, absolutely nothing that way. That means the north is my only choice that is left. Well, might as well eat that pumpkin pie that I purchased long ago, and let us go and head on this way. And I should find an ocean just in time for it to be night again, right? That seems to be my way of doing it. And we have a portal there, but unfortunately, I'm going to guess that that's not going to have anything that I'm looking for at the moment. Especially since all I want is a heart of the sea, and I don't think a portal can have a heart of the sea. A fortune pickaxe. A gold fortune pickaxe. That could have been useful earlier on, but I think right now I'm not going to worry about that. And just head on this way, and maybe, and just maybe, I'll eventually run into something that looks like water. Because if I don't, I'm just going to be back to that sea where I was before, where I found nothing but coral and lily pads. Well, and a little bit of kelp. I finally found the ocean, but I suspect it's the same ocean where I was before. But I might as well check, and of course it's getting probably, yeah, close to sunset, which isn't going to help me any. But the question is there a ship anywhere around? Just one, well, I was going to say one little ship, but then it'll probably tease me by taking the words very, very literally and giving me a little ship that has the map room missing in it. And I need a ship with a map room, obviously. I have enough trouble finding things in ships as it is. But it sounds like to me that this is going to be a bit of a bust. And I don't know how I'm going to find anything in here, especially at night. Ships, ships, ships. I could just imagine I get the first 8 items in less than 40 minutes. I get the final item in 3 hours. Yeah. Oh, that will sound like my. Hold on, what is it? No, that is not a ship. That is a tree. Definitely a tree.